All right, the Earth and its surrounding planets are more than mysterious. So many questions we can think of when it comes to astronomy. And one doctor is doing her part to answer them. Joining us live is Dr. Sabine Stanley. She is an Earth and Planetary Sciences professor at Johns Hopkins University and the author of a brand new book, What is Hidden Inside Planets. Good morning, Sabine. You know, we really need look no further than the interior of our own planet, which plays an important part in keeping us alive on terra firma, does it not?
Absolutely. It's so interesting to, when you think about the surface of the planet and how nice it is here on the surface, the fact that we have air to breathe, water to drink, a nice magnetic field shielding us from high energy particles coming from the sun. All of that happens because of what's going on inside our planet, the processes going on deep inside.
Now, so far on this planet, we've only been able to dig a hole about 7.5 miles deep out there in northwestern Russia. How do you and other scientists go about learning about the interior of our own planet and other planets?
Yeah, it's so frustrating that we can't dig, right? I remember as being a child in my sandbox trying to dig deeper and deeper, and then you learn that the deepest you can go is only like 7 miles. Very frustrating. But luckily, we have other tools, and they're quite similar to what you might see your doctor use if you go there having an ache or something, right? Hopefully, the first instinct of your doctor is not to kind of drill in to figure out what's going on with you either. We use scans through different methods. So we use gravity fields and electromagnetic fields to kind of do CAT scans or MRIs of the planet. And that's how we can learn about what's deep inside. One of our main techniques is actually to use earthquakes. So earthquakes send waves that travel throughout the interior of the Earth, and we can measure when they arrive at certain locations and the speed at which they travel through the Earth, and that tells us about what's inside the Earth. So we have lots of sneaky ways to learn about the insides of planets.
What are some of the most surprising finds in planetary interiors that you identify in your new book?
Yeah, so I love to think about what happens when you take a material that we're so used to here on Earth. Take water, right? We know about water. Water is either in liquid form or it's in ice. But then you take water and you put it under millions of pressures of atmospheric pressure, so 1,000,000 times Earth's atmospheric pressure, thousands of degrees of temperature, and water behaves completely differently. It transforms into this amazing black conducting ice solid type thing, and we're not used to that here. You do the same thing with carbon that we're used to on the surface of the Earth. We might put it in our pencil leads, but deep inside Neptune, it becomes diamond oceans with diamond icebergs floating on them. We have metallic hydrogen in Jupiter and Saturn, helium rain, iron snow, all sorts of really weird phenomena that happen because the pressures and temperatures are so high.
Helium rain, it sounds like a band I listened to back in the 1980s, Sabina. Quick, 30 seconds or less. Why do you think this field of study is important, and what are the benefits to us here on Earth?
Yeah, the livable environment we have on the surface of the Earth is absolutely caused by what's going on deep inside the Earth. Volcanoes bring up gases and water to the surface. That's why we have oceans and a lovely atmosphere to breathe. We recycle nutrients through the Earth. A lot of the carbon we have, there's the carbon cycle. So we need to understand what's going on deep inside the Earth in order to know what makes the surface such a nice habitable place right now.
That's great stuff. All right, we will look for that book. I'm sure we can find it online. Dr. Sabine Stanley, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. All right.